Hello everyone, welcome back. Let's talk about another medium problem on Leetcode today. Find minimum in rotated sorted array, Leetcode 153. This problem is part of Blind 75, a curated list of essential coding interview questions. You can find the full list linked in the description below. Be sure to check it out. Now to the problem. In this problem, we are given a rotated sorted array nums of unique elements and we have to return the minimum element of this array. A rotated sorted array is an array that was originally in ascending order. For example, consider the array 0, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is sorted, and then rotate it say 4 times to the right. So we pick up the fourth element from the end and bring all the elements till the end to the start. And now the array becomes 4, 5, 6, 7, 0, 1, 2. Similarly, if this array is rotated 7 times, then we will get back the sorted form of the array again because the array has 7 elements. So our goal is to write a function that takes the rotated sorted array as an input where we don't know how many times it has been rotated and return the smallest element in the array. So in this case, for example, that smallest element is 0. Similarly, in example 1, the array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 has been rotated 3 times and we have to return the smallest element, which is element 1. And of course, the naive way to solve this problem is to traverse through the array linearly, comparing each element with the current minimum and updating the minimum whenever we find a smaller value. However, the time complexity of this approach is O of n, but we must write an algorithm that runs in O of log n time. And this kind of hints that we should use binary search because binary search efficiently reduces the search space logarithmically, making it ideal for this time complexity. Normally, binary search is used to find a target in a sorted array, but here the array is rotated as well. If you would like to understand the binary search in detail, I have covered it on the channel. Additionally, I have also covered search in rotated sorted array. So feel free to check out the I button and the description below. Now, similar to classic or traditional binary search, we start the search with 2 pointers, left and right, at either end of the array, defining the current search space, which initially spans the entire array. Then we calculate the midpoint between these two ends, which is equal to L plus R by 2. Here L is 0 and R is 6. So midpoint will be equal to 0 plus 6 by 2 equal to 3. I am denoting indices L, R and M in the lower case and the values at these indices in capital. Now compared to classic binary search, we are not given an explicit target to search for. Instead, the goal is to find the minimum element wherever it exists in the array. So now let's make a few observations. Here the middle element 7 is greater than the element at the right, which is 2. So if the middle element is greater than the rightmost element, this tells us that the smallest element lies in the right half of the array. Because if we visualize this array, it will look something like this, where first the array is ascending and then there is a blip and then the next half of the array is ascending as well. So if we find some middle point in the array such that it is more than the rightmost point, initially the array may go up and then there is sudden blip and then the array starts increasing again. But the value of this rightmost point will stay below the middle point. And note that this part of the array is sorted and it does not contain any discontinuity. Hence, this part can be ignored. So for example, here we can ignore this search space and we move the search space to the right side by setting the left pointer equal to middle plus 1. Now the left pointer is at index 4 pointing to element 0 and right says at index 6. And again we calculate the middle, which will be equal to 4 plus 6 by 2, which will be equal to 5. So now the middle element 1 is less than the element at right pointer, that is 2. So what happens when the middle element is less than the element at the right? If the middle element is less than the rightmost element, then the smallest element lies in the left half, possibly also including the middle element. Why? Let's again visualize this to understand better. Suppose the array is like this one and we have a middle element which is less than the element on the right. So this part of the array is sorted. So we can discard this part because the array elements here are larger than the middle element and will definitely be larger than the minimum element. However, the smallest element will lie on the left side but may also include the middle element. Because if the middle pointer is at the pivot or the minimum element itself, the condition where the middle element is less than the rightmost element still holds true. For example, instead of index 5, if m was at 4, then also the middle element will be less than the rightmost element too. So we focus our search space on the left side by setting the right pointer equal to the middle pointer instead of m minus 1, as the middle element can also be the answer. So now the right pointer points to index 5 and left pointer stays at index 4. And again we calculate the midpoint, which will be equal to 4 plus 5 by 2 equal to 4. And now the middle element 0 is less than the right element 1. So we again adjust our search space to the left by setting r equal to m. Now both the right and left pointers point to index 4, and at this point both left and right pointers have zeroed down on a single element, which is the minimum in the rotated sorted array. And at this stage in the code, the loop or the recursive method calls continue while the left pointer is less than right pointer. And once this condition no longer holds, the loop breaks, and finally we can either return the element at the left pointer or the right pointer, as both the pointers refer to the same element representing the minimum, which is 0 in this case. Now the time complexity of this approach is O of log n, because at each step we are reducing the search space by half. In case you are interested on how to derive this time complexity, please check out my video on the binary search. And in terms of space complexity, it will be O of 1 in case we are using the iterative binary search, as we are using few variables like left, right and middle. But in case we are following the recursive approach, then the space complexity will be O of log n, mainly coming from the depth of the recursion, which is proportional to O of log n, as the search space is divided into half at each step. Here is a quick code walkthrough of the algorithm we just talked about, with Java code on the left and Python on right. We can implement this algorithm using either a recursive approach or an iterative approach. Here we will solve it using iterative approach, as it avoids recursive overhead and it's more memory efficient. If you are interested in the recursive approach, please check the code link in the description below. However, the logic remains largely the same, except the recursive version uses function calls instead of a loop. First, let's initialize the left pointer to the start of the array and right pointer to the end of the array. Now we enter a while loop that continues as long as the left pointer is less than the right pointer. And we calculate the middle index using left plus right by 2. And here we are performing the integer division. In Java, the regular division operator performs the integer division. And in Python, we use the floor division operator to do that. Now if the element at the middle index is greater than the element at the right index, then the smallest element should lie in the right half, as the left half is sorted and right half is not. So we will move the left pointer to mid plus 1. Otherwise, if the middle element is less than the element at right, then the smallest value lies in the left half, including the middle element, as now the right half is sorted. So we will set the right pointer equal to midpoint. And in the end, the loop terminates when the left is equal to right. And at this point, both the pointers have narrowed down to the minimum element. So we can return the element pointed by any of the pointers, left or right, as our answer. For example, here we return the element at the left pointer. So that's all for this video. I hope this video was useful to you. If it was, please give it a thumbs up and share it with others who might benefit from it. If you haven't subscribed the channel yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you never miss an update. Your support helps me create more content like this. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.